listen. I'm going to tell you a little secret.
Okay.
A lot of people go there for brunch.
Yeah. Okay.
I love the gays because they invented this. Gays invented the brunch. All right. God bless the gays.
God bless the gays.
Yes.
Amen.
So the prime rib was gone.
Yeah.
Gone. I'm like, how prime rib's gone?
Right.
He's like, what can we do to make it up for you?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want the salmon. They're like, well, that's not till lunch, till 4 o'clock. Because for some reason, Brazilians take 2-hour lunch breaks in between their work schedule.
Must be a world clock.
I don't know.
They take a nap.
But I said to the guy, well, you said what I wanted. That's what I wanted. The guy said, hold on a second.
Yep.
Went to the kitchen, came back. He goes, this is a secret. Do not let anybody know you're getting this. Yep. He came out with a half a salmon for me and just handed it to me. It basically walked by like nonchalantly, did a little Tom Brady lateral, boom, right in my, and I went,
wow.
And everybody at my table was like, wow, that just happened.
Right, yeah, that's
and
awesome.
I'm like,
yeah, really, it did not just happen.
And he just said it over,
Yeah, but it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
But Gaucho's is it's phenomenal food.
Okay,
right.
so
Good call, Bernie.
We've been to the one here in Manchester.
Yeah.
We've also been to the one in Nashua, which just opened recently.
Silence your phones.
Sorry.
I will take the one in Nashua over the one in Manchester, only because of the fact it's a lot smaller. So they come around more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And their recipes and their steak and everything else is the same.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same. It's beautiful. They haven't changed any of the recipes just because it's Nashua.
I hadn't even finished eating what I had on my plate, and the guy was already back with
Well, you got to do the red light, green light. If they cut, you see them coming. Boom.
I was more than happy to keep filling.
Yeah, it was all green light for Erin. Yeah, she green lighted all.
Bernie went red before I did.
Nice.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, so food and buffets. We got a little sidetracked.
That's okay.
You wanted to focus on.
No. I'm glad.
We had an intended segment here.
All right, no. Hold on. I know we're doing a food segment. We could talk about Trump. We got Trump for the next 4 years anyway.
We can talk about food now because Mike just had some.
I know.
It's a grilled cheese sandwich. Stop looking at it because it's mine.
All right, so who does sushi? I know, Erin, you do. Anybody else?
God damn it.
Do you do sushi?
Mike, that literally just came out.
You know why I don't like sushi? Because they fucking wrap it in rice. Why do they do that?
What's your problem with rice, man?
Because that's part of sushi.
Yeah, a billion Chinese people can't be wrong, man. That's straight from.
Sushi is awesome. There is a place in I want to say, where is it? It's in
right
Framingham.
No.
Hooks
at Taipei and Tokyo. They do sushi right.
Oh no, this place is like
this place is awesome. It
it's
was actually
the coolest
featured on
experience
Phantom.
ever.
This place was featured on Phantom Gourmet, and
All
I
right.
actually took her for her birthday last year.
Yep.
Okay, this place is at the Natick Mall. It's in. You're going to be thinking, why are you going to go to the mall for sushi? All right, you go in and it's in the middle of the mall.
Yeah.
And it's called Wasabi. Okay?
Wasabi.
Fresh seafood, the best meats, all kinds of crazy stuff. Ready?
We're listening,
I
Bernie.
know.
This is why we need that YouTube channel going.
Yeah, I know,
man.
exactly.
Sorry, Mike just said food delivered, and he is murdering it. Go on, Bernie.
But it's so
Sorry.
hot that he's like-
He's molesting that sandwich.
So
Sorry.
they make these fresh sushi. The food comes around in a conveyor belt.
It's like on these little pedestals on this conveyor belt,
Yes.
and it just goes around the restaurant.
And,
God,
and you
that
And it
sounds
goes
so
right
just
by
take
your
what you
table,
want.
and
Wow,
you just
and you just
pull
just
out
like in
what you
Japan.
want.
Where's this? Natick?
Just like
Yeah.
yeah.
In a
It's
mall?
Just like
Yeah, in the Natick Mall.
Sounds
just
like
like they
that's
do
what's
in
up.
Japan. You just pick what you want. And the plates, the plates are anywhere. They're all color coded. They're priced anywhere from $2.50 to what, $6, depending on.
I think
Who's
it's-
keeping track of that though? Is it like on?
Well,
our
you
system?
keep the plates, and then all of a sudden,
you stack up the plates, and then the waitress comes around when you guys are done,
Yeah, but
and
you're
she
just picking
counts
sushi
up.
rolls off. I mean, how do they?
No.
You know what I mean? I'd be like,
it comes on a plate.
Okay.
And
Oh,
you have
I
to,
see.
You
I
take
see.
the
All
whole
right.
thing.
Wow. What if you just take the sushi off the plate?
Yeah, no,
You
they
can't do that?
And
they
they
have
have
cameras all over
covers
the
on
place.
it. They have covers
Lame.
on it, so
Gotcha.
you don't have to worry about someone spitting in it or
What are
touching
you guys
it.
talking
or-
about?
Gotcha. Nothing, Mike.
Oh.
Continue.
Yes,
Please
Mike.
continue.
Yes,
Yeah, you-
please continue.
But-
in your euphoria.
I will say, the best. I'm sorry, but I love Mohegan. But the best buffet, if you're looking for like different things and something like out of the norm, is the Hot Pot in Boston.
Well, no, see, that's the thing, because that is not really your normal type of buffet.
That's
You know
what I'm
I mean?
saying. It's the abnormal buffet.
I know, but the thing
it's-
is a lot of people don't. Well, here, okay.
Why
It
is it so
sounds
good? Why is
weird,
it so
but-
good?
Have you guys
Oh my
been to a
God.
hot pot buffet?
No.
No,
All right.
why is it so good?
All right, so you go.
Explain.
This is in Chinatown. Okay, you sit down and you order a beef broth. Okay, and it's in front of you. They have a
They have a house. They've got a spicy. They've got.
and it comes on in
different broths.
each table has a hot plate. Okay, so there's beef broth, and then you order they give you this menu and you check off what you want. Sirloin, prime rib. I mean, they have all kinds of Chinese stuff in there, like quail eggs and frog legs, and they have different types of noodles and stuff like this. When it comes out, it's all raw. Then you take the pieces that you ordered and you put it in the broth.
And you cook it right at your
You
own
cook
table.
it at your own table.
I don't
and
want to
then-
do that.
No, that's effort that I'm not willing to put
No.
in right there. Yeah, no.
I'm not here to work.
Yeah, exactly. I'm here to
eat.
eat. Amen to that.
Some people do that, and again, as the food's cooking, it's cooked within the broth, and then you just take it off and you eat it.
So if you
It's healthier.
undercook that shit and you get yourself sick,
Yeah.
who's
That's
liable?
your fault for
Yeah.
not cooking it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
They
I'm
make you
stupid.
sign a
I'm
waiver
dead.
and shit.
But well, see, that's the thing is it like when the steak comes out,
Yeah.
they literally slice it
Yeah.
out back.
Okay. It's
But
like
it's
shaved steak.
frozen.
Oh, okay.
It's
right.
frozen, so
Huh.
there's just a thin. You know what I mean? Like when
It
they're
takes like
slicing
4 or
it,
5 minutes
Right.
to really
So what do they
cook
use,
up.
like a bandsaw to cut that shit because it's frozen? I mean, like a
They-
porta band or like
I don't know what
yeah,
they
right,
use,
right.
but-
That's what I want to know. My cousin, right? He's big in the food world, and he loves when he goes out to restaurants, any restaurant. He wants to go in the kitchen and just like watch, right, and just see like sort of what's going on. And so he sort of inspired me to sort of have the same sense of curiosity. So I don't know. When I hear that they're slicing your meat, but it's frozen, I'm like, well, what are they doing? With a fucking hacksaw? Like a
Well, we were having this discussion actually last night, and Bertie tells me that there are certain things that I'm high maintenance about, and one of
Really?
them is going out to eat.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you, Bernie? You told your wife that she was high maintenance about
Yeah.
anything?
Well, yeah,
Wow.
Where's your go-to place? I mean, where is it? Where you two basically go, yeah, we'll go there.
Well, the 99 Sunday through Thursday because they have a good prime rib.
Oh, they got the best
Man, I
prime
have
rib.
had the worst
fucking-
chicken marsala in my life at the 99.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
that turned me off to the
I agree.
99 in
The
a big
only-
way.
I'll either eat the prime rib at the 99 or I eat their chicken balsamic.
Okay.
Their balsamic chicken,
There
whatever the
is
fuck you want to call
there
it.
is a
Right.
place in Nashua that is famous for their sandwiches. They even have sports figures named after these particular sandwich, and that is the Nashua Garden, right next to our office.
Yeah.
Unbelievable sandwiches in the world. ESPN
they
actually
only
went
use-
down there to broadcast live,
Wow.
and they did a whole showcase of
They
all
only
their
use
sandwiches.
boar's head, so all their meats are boar's head.
Okay, yeah,
Excuse me?
nice.
What?
Mike just caught head.
Oh.
That was a
Yeah,
fine. Yeah.
oh, there we go.
Mark, sorry. I just ordered a grilled cheese
Yeah,
from
that
Mel.
actually looks
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal.
Oh, it's a grilled
That's
cheese.
the thickest grilled cheese I've ever seen in my life.
It's
by the
French
way.
bread.
Texas
Yeah,
toast.
French
French-
bread.
French
yeah.
bread.
And what is it, like
It's-
15 slices of cheese in there?
I've had 20 pounds of bacon, 20 pounds of cheese. I'm going to die tonight.
You,
I am.
you are.
I'm literally.
You are.
Somebody
we need
has-
you for next week, dude. Come on now, Mike.
My
So,
Lord.
If you're a doctor, you can call into the show right now.
Yeah.
603-217-5400.
and Matt Mike's not going to be here much longer if he keeps eating that shit.
Right.
But
So,
God,
to
this is
answer
just a
your
grilled
question,
cheese.
it all
Goddamn.
depends on what we're in the mood for.
Sure, of course.
Unfortunately, because I'm gluten intolerant, a lot of places I love, but I can't go to anymore. So, like, no.
Yeah,
That-
she's
that
gluten
would
intolerant.
kill me.
Here, have some of this grilled cheese.
Yeah,
Like
have
that.
this big ass thick piece of bread. Like I love the Olive Garden.
I love it.
I
man.
love the
OG,
Olive-
baby.
Bernie is not.
It's
he's-
Olive
he's
Garden. I mean, you know.
Your family.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but-
Oh, man.
You're coming from Italy. You're not going to go to the Olive
I
Garden.
went to the
really
Olive
want to go
Garden.
somewhere
I
else.
took this chick on a date a while back at the Olive Garden, right? And those motherfuckers shut you off after X amount of drinks over Y amount of time.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
me and
in
Bernie.
Manchester?
Last time we went, me and
Yeah,
Bernie
in
were
Manchester,
getting
Mike.
pictures
Mm.
of sangria.
Yeah.
We were fucked
I'm
up.
telling you,
all the time.
I'm telling you, right? So I'm sitting there, and I'm not going to say the name of the girl because people listen to this on the rebroadcast. But So anyway, you know her. It's the girl before the girl.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that
okay.
one. So anyway, we're at Olive Garden, and I ordered like a beer, and a beer, right? And the waitress comes over, and she's like, and this is the one in Manchester, and she's like, hey, listen, I'm sorry, but we have a policy where we can only serve you so many beers within the hour. And I'm like, okay, so does that policy like? And it was the most ridiculous policy. It was like 3 beers over an hour or something. And I'm like, does that policy take into account like height, weight ratio, alcohol tolerance?
Good
Like, I
point.
mean, it's ridiculous.
point,
It's a
yeah.
ridiculously like blanket policy. So anyway, so she's like, why don't I get the manager? He'll come over and talk to you. I'm like, perfect, right? Now you guys know me, right? So the manager comes over. I rap with him for a minute or two. Next thing you know, I'm getting another beer. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's their policy or whatever else. But I mean, so for me, like, that was weird, man. But the Olive Garden in Manchester, yeah, apparently if you order beers, you have to like
If I
stagger
literally went to a place and
can-
they shut me off,
Right.
I'd be like, I am never fucking
because
coming
you
back
had
there again.
3 within an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 3 beers within an
I'm
hour.
300
I'll
pounds.
drink 150 Bud Lights.
Yeah.
In
I can
an
just
hour
imagine how the
and
scenario.
Still be okay.
The general manager from the Olive Garden comes over and goes and shakes his hand. Hi, Craig Driggers, Crank FM. How are you?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
I didn't pull a
Give this
radio
man
crap.
another
I
beer,
didn't-
please.
I should have.
Your drinks
but-
are on the house.
Right, I should have, but didn't pull the radio crap. I might have had my jacket on. I don't remember, but I was like, I just asked the guy. I'm like, you do realize how ludicrous this policy is, right? I mean, like, I get why it's in place. It's for the drunkies. I
Yeah,
get it.
and it's a protection
but
for them. It's
I'm
a liability.
6'4", 225 pounds, man. I can have more than 3 Bud Lights in an hour, and I wasn't even driving, although I might have been driving, I don't remember, but I mean, even still, like, 3, stop me at 3, or 4, but I mean, it was ridiculous.
But even the assumption of somebody coming over, you had too much, I'd be like,
Right.
check, please, I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly, right.
But that's
right.
my attitude.
We hadn't even gotten our fucking food yet, though,
No.
at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
that was the most ridiculous part. Like, as soon as we sat down, we ordered a drink, ordered drinks. And then I think we ordered an app or whatever. And, the app comes out, we get another drink. The girl comes over, how was the app? It was good. Here's another drink. And our entrees hadn't even come out yet. And they're like,
Well-
oh, listen, we're sorry, but, like, we're going to have to shut you out.
Which is crazy because you can,
You just
while you're
ruined your
waiting
tip.
to be seated, you can go to the bar.
Exactly,
and
yeah. And I wonder, it's a good, that's a good point. I wonder if if they're still tracking it. You know what I mean? While you're at the bar, but whatever. All I know is all I know is the waitress sent. They had the manager come over. I talked to the manager. I even said to him, I said key catchphrases like, man to man and that sort of shit. And he was like, yeah, you're right. It's ridiculous. You're all set, man. We'll keep the beer flowing. for
We're
you.
going to keep that food topic going throughout the show. So if there is a favorite place that you like, that you
Oh my
dear
god!
There you go,
Lord.
Like, really?
Right?
Cheese,
Was that
man.
grilled cheese?
That's cheese.
Anyway,
Turned off your mic.
where I was going
Yeah. There you go,
is
Randy.
we're going to keep that food topic throughout the show. So if there's
Awesome.
a favorite place that you want to talk about or an experience that you had somewhere, we want to know about it.
Yeah.
603-217-5400. We have our social media our social media apps open as well. So you can text us and message us from there. On that note,
Can we turn his mic off?
That was the sound of toasted bread, everybody.
I promise you, when we come back, we're going to be talking about Mr. Trump and his whole opiate crisis prevention product and all that good stuff.
Yes, we will.
Oh, my God.
Common Sense New Hampshire. We'll be back.
If you're looking for some live music and a little fun, then Perfect Entertainment, Nashua's best for DJs and karaoke selection, is your answer. Hailed by the Nashua Telegraph, they do it all from birthday parties to weddings to corporate events. Perfect Entertainment will provide entertainment your family and friends will remember for a lifetime. For more information, visit the Perfect Entertainment page on Facebook. You could also contact them at 247-6470. That's 247-6470.
I'm Barbara Favola. I'm chair of the Arlington County Board, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. In the summer of 2008, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was detected through a mammogram. I have been cancer-free for a year. Breast cancer now is not the doom and gloom diagnosis it used to be. over 70% of breast cancer cases are first identified by women themselves doing self-examinations. More than 90% of breast cancer patients live at least 5 years or longer.